Alrighty. Looks like we're good to go. Hello everyone, I'm Ninja 720. I'm bringing you part 38 of my live stream for Final Fantasy 14. First off, let's go ahead and give a shout out to my girlfriend, my lovey girlfriend, who is very understanding of my want and need to do these live streams and recordings. Thank you very much for understanding me, love. And let's go ahead and say hi to the guild. La 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 la. How's it going, little bro? Resting well. Last part, I went ahead and I finished the Marauder and the Rogue. So technically I could unlock the Warrior and the Ninja. Do I want to do that or do I want to do story? I could at least pick up the crystals. I'm going to at least do that first, since it's this area. So, we'll go ahead and pick the crystals up, and then we'll go continue with the story. So we gotta do some pushing a little bit. And don't mind my character's glamour. It's Halloween's over, and I can't figure out what I'm going to make him wearing. So he's just going to run around like this for a little bit until I find something better. Okay, first things first. Do I have them? Wine Port and Costa del Sol? Yeah, we got it. Go to the Fisherman's Guild. I'll just take the boat to Costa del Sol. I should probably swap to Marauder first. Since everyone's been moaning and groaning whenever I do random dungeons that I should have at least my job crystals, I'm gonna at least pick that up. Alrighty, hero. I shall have to thank Dirtswites, for he was as good as his word. He promised he'd find you. I'm lucky to have such friends. What can I say? In the company of heroes, you keep good company. Haha. And that's what I need your help with. I'm sure you'll remember Brayflox, and a bit of trouble she is. As the captain of the guards here, I could hardly go charging off to her rescue. Yet would I forsake a friend? Never. And so I thought of you, hero. Truly, your timing is fortuitous, and your fortitude unmatched. If there is any who can help our mutual Gabi friend, it is you. Now off you go, then, to Brayflox's long stop. I don't remember that part. Hero, ever the sight for sore eyes. A nasty bale of turtles has been preying on this area of late, snapping and gnashing at everything in sight, while even the best men that Master Gegaruju could buy find themselves no match for the creatures. Oh, actually, that mission was for Brayflox's long stop hard mode. Whoops. Word has it that the beast had been sighted swimming in from the lightly guarded northern shore. I'm going to send you there to investigate the cause behind their burgeoning numbers. I was about to say, I don't remember doing Brayflox's long stop, or even talking to Brayflox for this portion of the story. Pride and duty. Let's do it. We get to see a Zerker. Ah, damn it, El Hero, we must see to these beasts. Yep. Go knock him out. Ah, turning off my tank setup. Oh, they only had to do one. Seven hells, there's no end to them. Prepare to fall back. I'll see to the shellbacks. You whelps just try not to end up as turtle grub. That axe, I've not seen its liken. It's a basic looking axe. Hero, we must do what we can. Oops. Sorry, Soulclib. I completely did not see them. Oh, I got paralyzed. That's not kosher. Something's healing. I wonder what it hit me with the paralyze. It had to have been one of the, whatchamacallits, the, jellyfish. Down for the count. I should send them scuttling back to their nests. You can call me Curious Gorge. One remark about the name and I'll rip your ugly heads from your shoulders and suck the marrow out of your twitching spines. 2 are guards from Costa del Sol, I reckon. Yes, Curious Gorge. Sound familiar. Not as such. We are of the Marauders Guild, sent here by Axemaster Warnzoin to assist in the defense. I am Soulclib, and this is my comrade Hero. From the guild, you say? Well, blow me down and call me a bogey. Had you told me sooner, I'd have introduced you with proper respect. You're a hero, right? We've only just met, but I see in you a strength not found in ordinary men. Must say you unleashed the beast within and become a warrior with me. A warrior, you say? So it was you I saw brandishing battle techniques I had thought lost to the sand of time. Lost? Perhaps in these parts, but where I come from, the way of the warrior is alive and well. My tribe has been handing them down for thousands of years. And our numbers dwindle with every new summer, and this is why I left the mountain where I was raised to come here. What say you, hero? If you would walk the path of the warrior with me, seek me out at Hidden Falls. Yeah, right. Yep. I gotta go talk with Silkwood first before I go talk with Monsieur Curious Gorge. The warriors of old. We have all heard the tales, but never once did I dream that I could meet one in the flesh. My memory is cloudy, but many years ago it was said that there was a young Marauder in the company of heroes who would unleash crushing blows theretofore unseen by his comrades. When the company disbanded, he vanished, never to be seen again. Might he be this curious gorge? Cannot vouch for the man's identity, but there could be no denying the display of strength we saw today, nor that he has taken a liking to you, hero. It's going to be an opportunity for the ages. Hidden Falls, was it? Were I in your boots, I would head off there without delay. I was supposed to fly. Hidden Falls is not so hidden. I knew you would come, hero. Let us begin. Any man can take up an axe and call himself a marauder, but to become a true warrior, he must prove he can tame the inner beast that guides the blade. I witnessed your battle with the turtles, and I must say that I was impressed. You've proven yourself far more worthy of this than I can have imagined. In your hands lies the soul of a warrior, a crystal within which the deeds of thousands of warriors from history are recorded. For countless generations, the soul has been passed on to those in my tribe who choose the path of the warrior, to guide them and aid them on their journey. When your inner beast awakens, the runes will resonate, further empowering your will, and granting you such strength as you never thought possible. Today there is cause for celebration, my friend, for through you I have ensured that my tribe's legacy will endure. Yes, it is for this day, this moment, that I came down from the mountain. Yet however earnestly I pursue my goal, I cannot deny the fear inside me that my mission will ultimately end in failure. For you see, while I style myself a warrior, the truth is that I left the mountains before my training was complete. And while I carry with me the chronicles of my ancestors, detailing the ancient arts of war, I lack the ability to fully decipher the text. Yet there may still be hope, for there is another who fled my village, one who shared my dream of passing on the teachings of the tribe, and can read the tome, my brother. Without him, I fear there is little more I can teach you at this time, but that will not discourage me from continuing my studies of the chronicles, nor shake my belief that further secrets will soon reveal themselves to me. Till then, I ask that you use the knowledge I have passed on to you, and continue your training. You must strive to harden your will so that it may endure the strain of future burdens. Good luck, my friend. Next warrior quest be available upon reaching 35. Which, you know, as you can see, I've pretty much surpassed that. Woo! Now I gotta change all this. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that for now. Excuse me, woof. I guess that works for now. And we'll just go ahead and pick this one up. I'm not going to complete it. What does this give me? The Beast Within. Inner Beast. Not bad. Embracing the Beast. Welcome back, my friend. I can see that you've not neglected your training. For my part, I fear that deciphering the ancient chronicles of my people is proving to be a much more demanding task than I had imagined. Mind you, it hasn't helped that I've been somewhat preoccupied of late. A comrade of mine from my days in the company of heroes asked me to do a favor and has taken me back and forth across the realm like some bloody fairy. I'm on a hunt for some mysterious feral beast that's been terrorizing small folk. People don't know where this monstrosity came from, but witnesses say its thirst for blood is unlike anything they've ever seen. Unfortunately, the time I have spent in pursuit of the beast is time I have not spent studying the chronicles, and I am sorry to say I have made little progress. However, while on the road, I was able to decipher one passage that may be of interest to us both. From what I can gather, the chronicles tell of an ancient set of armor forged by my ancestors in the flames of the seven hells, and inscribed with the same arcane incantations that adorn the soul of the warrior. It would seem that this mighty armor was passed down from hero to apprentice for centuries, until one man, driven by rage and vainglory, cast all 5 pieces from Abalathia's highest peak. Since that day, the armor has remained lost, and with it the power that it harbors. far as I can make out, the next passage in the Chronicles concerns the whereabouts of these missing artifacts, though I have only been able to make sense of the odd word thus far. Still, I must confess to some excitement. Imagine what a warrior clad in such garb could achieve. Ah, if only my brother were here. We could decipher the text together and spread the teachings of our people to the entire realm. Alas, he is not. His whereabouts are as hidden to me as those of the ancient armor. I would have liked you to meet him, only so that you could have looked upon a true warrior. Well, perhaps you still shall. Eorzea is not so large as most people perceive. Paths cross, fates intertwine. Such is the will of the spinner. Maybe that my brother has chosen a similar path to mine, but I have rambled long enough. You are here to take the next step in your training, and so I shall oblige. And in the southern reaches of Thanalan is the Sigilli Desert, God's forsaken wasteland of naught but sand that stretches as far as the eye can see. It is here that the Leviathan of the Dunes lurks, a sandworm of gargantuan proportions. When facing this mammoth creature, you will soon realize that the feeble hacks and slashes of your puny axe are ill-suited to the task of felling such a foe. Do not let that dissuade you. Wake the slumbering beast within and summon forth a strength that transcends the limits of your physical form. Mind you, first you'll have to find the beast, and that might prove a tall order in itself. The Yu tribe that inhabits Forgotten Springs is wise to the movements of the denizens of the desert. Should you want for guidance, I'd wager they could set you in the right direction. Okay. Time to go get Ninja. So much junk in my inventory. Oh wait. Wait, I am supposed to go this way, I think. Yeah. Hero, when Jack said he'd be sending one of the guild's canniest coves along after me, I had a feeling it might be you. Now, I'd love to tell you old Underfoot's already whittled the whole scrap on our friends, but truth is I've turned up more questions than answers. I claim to hail from the South Sea Isles, but me little birds at Melvin's Gate swear to the last man that that's some piss-poor mummery. There's no record of any such ship sailing into the port. Looks like it falls to you and me to take a closer snilch, eh? I hope you brought your sharpest stabbers, as there's no telling who we're. You hear that, lad? Either old Underfoot's gone daft, or some mort just screamed out for dear life. Something tells me our little task is about to take a turn for the interested. Let's say we go see what's what. What? I think it's underneath. Nope. Was it behind? Nope. Oh yeah, it is. Oh shit. Got some dead bods. I look like pirates. Have mercy, I have but a simple milkmaid, and not a single guild in me name. It's easy, lass. My friend and I don't mean you no harm. No, I must say you've got me curious. Just what in the name of the 12 happened here? I just come to town to purchase some supplies. No sooner had I walked through the gates than I was suddenly accosted by 3 burly drunkards who demanded that I hand over all my possessions. To my good fortune, it seems the men had partaken a bit too heavily. When they saw the meager contents of my coin purse, they began to squabble among themselves. Fist fight ensued. Before I knew it, the 3 men were lying on the ground as you didn't see them now. Kind of like Nemaya smiled upon you today, lass, though might I suggest you be a bit more careful on your next visit. All manner of scurvy sorts frequent these parts, and you'll find that not all of them are blundering lackwits like your friends here. Thank you for your concern, good sir, and rest assured that I will take your words to heart. Good day to the both of you. Well, hero, how did the girl's wits strike you? Mummery, I say, mummery. You too. I was thinking the very same. Squabbling amongst themselves? Just look, there's barely a scratch on any of these louts. I'd wager there's more to the rum doxy than she's letting on. Come, let's go on the drag and see what she might be hiding. Oh, he's north? Oh, I thought we would be going south. Looks like more unconscious people. And a right mess we got here. You reckon these cubs got on the wrong side of our lass? One thing's for sure, there's no more peasants than you and I. One look at these stabbers tells me as much. I have failed. I beg of you. Take this and return it to Master Oboro, to Lady Tsubame. It's too late. The poor sod's dead. As for this stone, your guess is as good as mine. A lucky charm of sorts, mayhap. Any road, we best start moving our dew-beaters before the lass gets away. Her footprints lead in the direction of Upper La Noscia. I don't remember going this far to get the soul crystal. I'm a bit rusty though. It's been a while. Oh, I hope that doesn't end up killing me. They have a bad habit of sticking aggroable mobs nearby quest markers. She hides behind a tree as if that could hide her from me. It's a dandy. She didn't really think that she could fool me with those silly rags, did she? Or did she? Perhaps she's not as clever as we believed. And a mysterious savior rushes to the damsel's defense. Such chivalry, such compassion, such folly. Little does he know that the girl is more than capable of taking care of herself. Yeah, right. And right on cue, Oboro the Dim leaps up into the scene to save his dear little swallow in the most unsurprising surprise attack the realm has ever seen. Cease your ramblings, Karasu, before I rip that tongue from your bloody beak. Yow, our hero is wounded, a stab to the heart. His childhood friends stand before him, blades drawn and hate in their eyes. Oh, the tragedy of all, the audience sobs. And what's this, a couple of bit players who have forgotten to leave the stage? Did no one tell them their part in the play is long since over? Bullet time! Oh ho! And the faceless rogue shows surprising skill. Perhaps he yet has a role to play. I will say this much, unlike a certain someone, at least you intrigue me. But other matters demand our hero's attention, and so the first act must draw to a close. Come, my pet. Magic. Wait, Karasu. Ever quick to retreat, that one. With you gentlemen from Wineport, did you follow me here? Beg pardon, miss. My friend and I are here on behalf of the dutiful sisters, and you, sister, have some questions to answer. I've lived on the underbelly of society long enough to recognize when a man's more than he seems, so make this easy for us, lass. Just who exactly are you, and what are you doing here? And here's hoping for both your sakes that it doesn't involve breaking no code. You are the rogues of whom Lady Yugiri spoke. Forgive me, we were remiss in not seeking you out sooner. Very well, you shall know all there is to know. My name is Oboro, and she is Tsubame. We hail from the village in Doma, several thousand miles across the sea. We are, but perhaps you have no word for what we are. In our own tongue, one might call us shinobi. Doma, the imperial province. The same, though it did not have to be so. Our countrymen fought with honor against the might of Garlemald. But we lacked a number we made up for with martial prowess. It was a battle we could have won had we not been betrayed by one of our own. Our every secret, our every move known to our foe, the tide of battle turned on the morrow. Thousands of our countrymen were slaughtered, and at day's end, Domo remained under the imperial yoke. Traitorous Kerr joined the imperial ranks as chief of their covert operatives, or so they say. That is the man you just met, Karasu, though I am loath to call him a man. To this day he whispers in the ears of the Garleans, making a mockery of those who once called him friend and brother, but no longer. We have come to Eorzea at our village elder's behest to see that Karasu pays for his crimes with his life. Come in the mill, a treacherous rook who blew the gab on his comrades. You sound like a right bend cove. Consider old Underfoot impressed. Forgive me, if this land and its tongue are still new to us. Nonetheless, we were able to lure Karasu here, and more than a few of our comrades gave their lives in the effort. And now this. Was their sacrifice for naught? Ah, you have my gratitude. When one of our kind falls, tradition dictates that we return their soul to the village, that it may rest with our ancestors. What? Our fallen brother's soul calls out to this man. Could it be a sign? Are we fated to fight as one? I would make you an offer. We will instruct you in our art, the art of ninjutsu. In return, you shall share with us your knowledge of this land, that it might serve us in our mission. Yeah, sure. But Orbro, he's not Doman. He's not of the village. Look around you, Tsubame. Our brothers and sisters are fallen or gravely wounded, and today's failure makes it all too clear. We cannot hope to stand against Karasu without knowing the lay of the land. Can't say I'm thrilled at the prospect of losing a Denver Damber like yourself, but hells, in my younger days, I'd be keen to try my fams at some of those techniques myself. Oh, pretty soon I'll be able to get rid of this talk. And the more my waddles take in, the more those two strike me as better and better folks. If you're keen to lend them your daddles, I'll not be one to stand in your way. If you would know more, come to the dock storehouse at Raincatcher Gully. We shall await you there. If I'm not dead when I come out of this cutscene, I will. Otherwise, it's back to grid. Who'd have figured, eh? Any road, the choice is yours, hero. In the meantime, I'm going to head back to Limsa and report to Jack before he comes and gives me a good clout in the knob. Oh. I got stunned. Well, at least they left me alive. Stop stunning me. Down for the count. Technically, I'm 4 levels ahead of what I'm supposed to be for that quest, so I probably would have been in a bit of trouble had I been right at 30. Need a swig of water. And so we meet again. Am I to take your presence to mean that you have chosen to accept our offer? Yes. Teach me. Thank you. I speak not only for myself and Tsubame, but for our entire village when I say that you have our profound gratitude. What I would tell you next, I would tell you out of earshot of strangers. Byakubu has been instructed to let only trusted visitors through the doors behind me. When he speaks to you, Ayame, you are to answer, Kaide. You need not know what the words mean, only that they will grant you entrance. Ayame. Enter. Gotta love the little dojo. Welcome, hero. You stand within the provisional base of operations my people have established in your land of Eorzea. It may not look like much, either without or within, but that is precisely the point. In finding an ideal vantage point from which to observe the comings and goings of Karasu and his men without attracting undue attention to ourselves. My fallen brother saw you as a worthy inheritor to a soul. To honor his memory, I entrust it to you. The soul alone will not make you a shinobi. No, this will require training of the body and mind. Our art, the art of ninjutsu, originated with our ancestors many years ago. Since then, it has been passed down with each generation, mother to daughter, father to son. We draw power from the world around us, the heaven, the earth, and the hearts of man, and channel this power into physical form. I am told that this is similar to your concept of aether, was it? I must confess that Eorzean words and ways remain unfamiliar to me. How does one channel this power, you ask? Through the use of mudra, hand gestures that call forth each of the three forms of energy of which I spoke. The first mudra I will teach you, and you will call it power from the heavens. In Doma, we call this ten. You are eager to learn, yes. Attune your soul to that of my fallen brother, then approach me once more. It is then that your training will begin. Yes, it's kind of Naruto-esque. You do the hand seals, and then, you have an ability. Of course, if you put the wrong order in, you get a little bunny on your head. Alright, so go ahead and Wacha! Ninja! Now I get a new running stance, and I get a little front flip whenever I run. Yay! Yes, you also do the Naruto run. Oops. Hide goes there. Trick attack goes there. We'll get rid of faint. Alien edge. Gust slash. Shade shift. Arm's length go bye-bye. I think I will put that there. Bug can go. No, Bug can go there. I need to look at my order of abilities right fast. Spinning, Gust, and Aeolian. Whoops. These two need to be swapped. My first mudra. Yes, I can sense it. Though you are not of our blood, the soul of my people is strong in you. You are one of us now, a shinobi. And yet your training has only just begun. Heed my words well, hero, for the shinobi, blade and mind are one. The weak mind gives rise to a weak blade. The false mind gives rise to a false blade. With a mind that is strong and true, that blade will know no equal. Such were the teachings of my master, his master, and his master's master before him. The shinobi must keep presence of mind at all times, or his blade may as well be one of grass. That is the lesson of the mind. Now we shall begin the lesson of the body. You will recall that the art of ninjutsu involves using hand gestures called mudra to summon the energies of heaven, earth, and man, ten, chi, and jin in the dome and tongue. Myriad techniques can be unleashed depending on the mudra you combine, and the order in which you do so, but perhaps I am getting ahead of myself. A child must learn to walk before he can run. To begin, I would see you master your first mudra, 10, the mudra of heaven. Summon the energy of heaven and project it forth, and from your hand will fly a flaming star, or Fuma Shuriken. Outside of the storehouse you will find a Mokujin, a wooden man of the sort traditionally used in Doma for training. Do as I have told you and strike it with a Fuma Shuriken. I will observe your technique from a distance. Alright, since it's right here, I'm going to go ahead and do this mission. And literally, all I go out here is just chuck a shuriken, I think, and then that's not too hard. So you just go, well, that's Obero. I don't want to toss a shuriken at him. Waka! Yes, that will do, hero. Clearly we did not misjudge your potential. Perhaps you have also felt your body becoming lighter. This is but another benefit of your training. You may find yourself able to dance through the air with your blades drawn, but be mindful. The true shinobi sees that no movement is wasted. Yeah, right. You demonstrated your skills well against the wooden man, but wood does not strike back. Your next opponent will not be so docile, so prepare yourself. Oh. I'll go ahead and fight him. This story has a little bit of comicalness to it. Karasu makes for some funny stuff. I don't think I'm allowed to actually touch these guys. They might kill me, so I gotta dance around until my Mujers respawn. Wah! Yeah! More? Really? Can I just do this? I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I ain't got time for that. Keep wanting to target Obero. I wonder why. Oh. Maybe that's why. Stop targeting him. Spanked. I see, Leader Yugiri spoke true. What Obero means to say is that he's not seen anyone master the fundamentals of ninjutsu with such swiftness. Is that not so, Obero? I am capable of speaking for myself, Tsubame, but it is true. Hiro has exceeded even my own expectations. His blade slices through the air as a fish glides through water. So that is enough training for the day. Now it is my turn to be the student, and you the teacher. I would learn the ways of Eorzea. You will instruct me, yes? Roger. You have my gratitude, Hiro. First, I would better know the terrain of La Noche. Is something amusing? My bow. I see. Who would have thought a simple gesture of courtesy would be so complicated? Like this, is it? Forgive him. Obero has not been quite himself since coming to these shores. It would seem that neither the food nor the climate agrees with him. Let us not forget the stink of those infernal horse birds. All the more reason for us to complete our mission swiftly and return to more hospitable environs. Anyhow, Hiro, this should suffice for the day. Practice well your ninjutsu and return when you are ready for your next lesson. It would seem you have some practicing to do as well. If you notice, Tsubame actually did a normal bow in terms of the Eorzean dialect. Alright, so I can't pick the next one up because I'm not 35 yet. So we'll just head back to story mode. Oh wait. That's taking me to a hard mode dungeon. I need to fly over here so I can get back to La Noscia. Or Limsa, actually. I am in La Noscia. I haven't actually gotten Ninja maxed on my main character, but I believe you could actually do Shadow Clones at one point. Unfortunately, it's basic. It's not like really flashy. It's literally just like Raiton, Katan, and Futon. That's it. I need to go to the Aetherite Plaza. Gotta go meet up with Alfino. Yeah. Tis unfortunate. I mean, you get some other abilities in it, but basically you're just tossing those around. Actually, I messed up. There's also Suiton and Doton. It's basically just each element. I think there's an ice one too. Yeah, there you are. I'm ready to ascend to the bridge and speak with Admiral Bloffelsen. While the Admiral and I are finalizing promissory boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavored to spread the word of our organization through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As for potential members, 'tis of no matter should they already be pledged to another institution, only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. You needn't range into the countryside. The upper decks alone are populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you are satisfied with your recruitment efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter and we might prepare for the next leg of our journey. Basically, we're going to go take to all the city-states. That character right there unlocks Blue Mage. Wait, that's in the uppers. We'll just go to the we'll go to the Marauders Guild first, and we'll just work our way down. If I remember correctly, Karasu does a lot of the rhyming whenever he talks. And he's just a regular goof. Master Alphino's new organization. Yes, had heard the information of his trial company was in the offing. 'Tis with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As the commander of the Yellow Jackets to protection of Limsa Lominsa must needs receive my full attention. An organization with the freedom to operate with territorial impunity. I must say your proposal intrigues me. But the Krakens well know that there is a time to act and a time to watch, and I'm afraid that this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. I forgot to go to Gold Saucer, but oh well, I can do that another time. Watch this be the time I actually hit the jackpot and I won't have it on camera. Wait, did I miss someone? Oh, there's someone over there. Okay. Okay, we'll get them last time. We'll just sweep around. Ah, who in the bloody elves do you think you're talking to, Drylander? I'm a pirate, not some sodden knight in shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous fop, try knocking on that dandy Carvelane's door. I just came from him. A precursor to a United Eorzean Grand Company. While I do admire the scope of your ambition, my responsibilities here at now Deacon Vanelli's keep me close to the forge. I have not the time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills in armor, however, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. Did I max out all mine? I think I did. Yep. Well, max is a strong word. I at least got them to 50. Oops. Forgot that there was a rando out here that I gotta go chit-chat with. I can get lost in Limsa easily. It's not my hometown. I even get lost in Ul'dah every once in a while. Ah, real. Well, if it ain't Hero, I'd not forget adventurer brave enough or daft enough to seek the shortcut into Titan's bedchamber. You remember old Real, don't you? Formerly of the Company of Heroes, 3 whistles at Bronze Lake. Aye, it ain't often I drag me arse out to Limsa for a drink, but I'm right glad I did. How fare you these days? You're looking to put together a new crew. Top tier work. Ah, sounds like a right lark it does. Alrighty, lad, count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into me grave just yet. I like Real. Real's a good guy. He's a smart lad with quite an information network. Now, are we going to Grid yet next, or are we going to Ul'dah first? That is the question. They don't give me the choice on this mission. This mission you have to go a certain way. Hero, your recruiting went well, I trust. I'm curious as to how my proposal was received by the rough and ready folk of Limsa Lominsa. Ah, a member of the legendary Company of Heroes indicated his interest. Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the acquaintance of such an elusive character. I too was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seedseer proceeded smoothly. Going to Grid next. Pray continue on to Gridania at your own pace. I shall await your arrival at Nafka Zalta. Oops. We'll go ahead and just return, because I don't feel like spending the 120. Or an Aetheryte ticket that I'm sorely short on. I should probably go buy some of those. I really need those Aetheryte tickets to build up, though, because I need to start getting the the map fragments so that way I can move faster on mounts in the areas. How many do I have? Oops. Okay, I got 10 left. Woo! Was it enough to get altar here? I hope it is. Should be, because this is where you usually talk to her. Yep. My audience with the Elder Seed Seer is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you would once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. After you deem the well of potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship ticket counter as before. Actually, when I do this and I go to head to Ul'dah, that's when I will go and hit up my stuff at Gold Saucer. That'll be a lot more efficient time spent. Laurentius. Oh gods, can it truly be you? By what fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? Could it be that you don't remember me? It is I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Buscarin's. Well, of course you do. I was beginning to wonder if Gal had changed me more than I realized. Not that I have any particular wish to be recognized after my shameful conduct. The less said of my past, the better, I suppose. And what of you, adventurer? What business brings you to this part of Gridania? Recruiting, eh? And what is your policy on reformed convicts? As matters stand, the Wood Whalers will have naught more to do with me. This may be just the second chance I was looking for. Revenant's Tully, you say. I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this, I promise you. I'm a changed man. Yeah, we'll see about that. Not a fan of Laurentius. He's a right daft fool. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest ere your tormented back gives up on you for good. I'm terribly sorry. We were just... Oh, Hero, isn't it? It had been some time since our paths crossed outside of Copperbell Mines. Why, you were barely more than a novice adventurer then, but look how far you've come. Mother Mayun tells me 'twas you who felled the fearsome Black Wolf. And now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of a new order. Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. Shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Isildur safely home. Yeah, we got 2 people. Of course, I wouldn't really count Laurentius. Oh. Maniac Manor and recruiting the realm. You would offer this old man a place in your company of champions. I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young master, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land. Speaking of which... Ah, friend, it is good to see you again. How I wish I could greet you with more joyful tidings. Just you have heard the rumors. Yes, I fear they are true, and then some. Oh, wherever shall I begin? After you released my lady from her torment, a deed of bravery and kindness that I will remember until the last of my days, I paid visit to the Wood Whalers and told the tale in all its tragedy, that the guardians of the Twelveswood might know the truth. Though the Whalers did not doubt my words, they insisted on a thorough investigation of the manor. Without witnessing my lady's remains for themselves, I was told, they could hardly vouch for the citizenry's safety. A prudent judgment, I thought, and I did not argue. It was what happened next that confounded everyone, myself most of all. A contingent of wood whalers was dispatched to the manor, and I personally escorted them in. This would be the last I saw of them, for nary a one returned. Minutes turned to hours, and before long night surrounded the silent manor. 'Twas then that screams began again, ungodly, heart-rending screams that shall be burned in my memory forevermore. Against my better reasoning, I mustered the courage to peer inside. Oh, how I wish I had not, for what peered back, friend, was someone, nay, something, for which I saw surely possessed no soul like you or I, that has no right to exist in our world. The whalers have dispatched another contingent to investigate the manor. The fools, do they not see that they regret their own death sentence? I cannot save them, but you, friend, you may succeed where I so miserably failed. I implore you, pray come to our aid once more. Yeah, that's hard mode for Hawk Manor. Alright, so we're going over to the Lancers Guild next. This will be the last person to chit-chat with before heading over. It's not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise. But its duties appear less than focused, and thus refuse your invitation until such time as your organization is more organized. Bam. Nope, struck out. Got 2 people. 1.5. We'll take it. Longines only counts as half a point because he's a convict. And his trust is one to be severely questioned. Especially the way he was convicted and everything. Being a traitor like that is pretty bad. What news, hero? For my part, the elder Seedseer was most amenable to our requirements. A former wood whaler and a seasoned adventurer. Our company will not lack for variety, that much is certain. An interesting harvest indeed. We didn't tell him everything. Shall we strike into Uldal whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavor to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. Well, we're going to go ahead and have a little bit of sidetrack and fun. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll be able to do a random set of triple triad. Maybe win some cards. We'll see if it's up. If it's not, I'm not gonna really bother with it. But I really do need to get my MGP. Oh, guess what, folks? It's up. Let's hurry on over. Yes! See if we can't win us some gold cards. Gimme goo! Welcome to Card Square. Yep, we've already done this before. Alright. We've signed up, now we just gotta wait for the pop. Do I have cards to sell? I don't. But I do have my cactpot. Oops. I hate how it automatically sets you at no. Ah, darn. Oh well. Oh, bollocks. Oh, gotta go this one. Oh, yes, second place. I'll take it. What? Wasn't counted yet. Lame sauce. Uh-oh, looks like someone, I don't know what happened there. Maybe they didn't make it when they got boosted. Alright, let's see what this week's fashion is. Northern Seafarer. Winter Wonderland, Sailor's Life, Tip of the Air Hat, and Small Folk. I don't have any of that. Kinda wanna wait for the queue to pop. Oh, we could do Cuffaker while we're waiting. Oh, that's Crystal Tower Striker. Crap. Cuffaker is in the red. There's Cuffaker. Gimme, gimme, goo! Enemy way! Oh. No, I'm hitting it too early. Oh. That was a fail. Darn it. We'll have to finish that in a second. We're gonna go play some cards now. Oh, it's just draft. Good. Alright. I think I'm definitely gonna pick this card. And then we have... I think I'll do this set. 7, 8. 7, 8. I think we'll do this. Oh, I'm playing up against nothing but NPCs. Jonas of the 3 spades up first. Damn. I gotta play defensive. I'll do that. The best I could do is tie. Damn. Well, not a bad start. I'm tied for second to last, though. Everyone else tied except for one person. Look at that. First, second, eighth. Now I'm going against Guntwint, the guy that won. Good, I don't have to go first this time. I don't have any way of beating that card. Six. What card is that? Rampart? Interesting. We're gonna beat it. Can beat that one. And then we'll close them off for the win. Yay! That puts me tied with Jonas and Prideful Stag. So I'm either going to be going up against Jonas again, or I'll be going up against Prideful Stag. We'll see. A little bit more of a spread. Yep, Stag. It's a Stag party. Who goes first? Not me, good. Valens van Varo. Interesting name. I think we'll do this, and you're gonna steal it back. You're not. Interesting move. We'll do that. Interesting. I think we'll do that number. And I'll do that. I win! 5 and 3. That means I actually won. Yes, I got first place. By the skin of my teeth. Second place was Gutwit. Close. Alright. Open and shut. I also got me some MGP for that, because that's one of the weekly challenges, is to actually play one of those. Your weekly challenges are a really good way to get XP, money, and other stuff. Alright, let's see what we won. New cards, no whammies. I already have that card. Crap baskets, I got both of the damn cards. Take my anger out on you, Gilgamesh. Alright, that should be it. Go sell these stupid cards so that way I'm not wasting any more bag space. And then we'll head over to Ul'dah. Can't play too long. Can't while all the time away. Oh, that's cool. It has actually a check mark next to it. I just noticed that. You have to be really daft then to sell cards that you don't own. What am I sitting at on currency? Almost 1 million. Nice. Alrighty. Oh, actually I'm supposed to be right over here. Ul'dah, the Gilded City, where one's fortune defines one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us and that this final leg proves as successful as the previous two. Might I suggest descending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment efforts? I do not think the Sultana will take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. Let us meet back here at the promenade when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting, hero. Probably be better off poaching from the Royal Guard. They'd most likely be the only ones that would be honorable around here. I need to go... We can start here. The red mage is down there, taking the red. Company that looks to cure the ills of the realm entire. Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next style over, let alone the conundrums of the neighboring nation. Should I go pick up the taking the red? I think I'm going to go take up the red. I'm not going to do the entire thing. I'm just going to open up the way. Taking the red. Oh, are you an adventurer? Please, you have to rescue my sister. Some horrible people tried to kidnap us just outside the city gates. I managed to break free when a traveler stopped to help. My sister never caught up to me. Both very important questions, but I only get to ask one. Well, since she's an old dom, I'm just going to go ahead and say run at after her. You will? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Please hurry through the gate here and just keep going straight ahead. You're sure to find them. The traveler was some sort of mage, I think, but it was only 1 against 5. Surely he couldn't stand against so many. Okay, we'll go ahead and unlock this right fast. I like Red Mage. Red Mage is actually really, really fun. It's a very versatile DPS class. One of the few that gets the ability to raise. Plus, this is kind of a flashy class set. Don't touch me. Oh, you're not one of them. Zoro! Ole! Must have that power. And who might you be? Your star pupil has arrived. I came to lend your aid. My apologies. Had I but known, I would have spared you a villain or two. After all, you seem to share my distaste for those who would prey upon defenseless children. Aye, birds of a feather are we. I am Zerontia, pilgrim of sorts. Might I know your name, friend? The hero. Now why does that strike such a familiar chord? Excuse me, I just wanted to thank you for saving me. My pleasure, child. You're unharmed, yes? Good. Let us escort this brave lass to her sister, then. Lead the way. Give me that soul crystal. I wonder, do I have enough, do I have 600 tomestones? That means I can buy my weapon right away. Any day now. Frag, I have to go farm some. You found our adventurer, thank you. We're very grateful for your kindness. I was so scared. What did those terrible people want with us? You needn't worry about them anymore, sister. The man in red defeated them all. You saw how he fought, with spells and steel. He's one of those heroes Papa told us about. A crimson duelist, aren't you? Ha! I didn't expect to hear that name this far south into Eorzea. And you are a crimson duelist, I knew it. If your papa is telling his daughters tales of red mages, then he must be from Alamigo, yes? Well, that would explain his choice of bedtime stories. Now, shall we see you lasses home? Be alright from here. Thank you again. Bye. And away they skip, safe and happy. Now, hero, was it not? I believe we've earned ourselves a celebratory drink. You need not feel compelled, my friend. Should the mood strike you, however, you'll find me staying over at Blackbrush Station. Find the ale served at the coffer and coffin most agreeable. You gotta take me all the way over there. Meh. We'll do that after I go over here. I gotta go over to the Weaver's Guild. I'm sorry, you wish to recruit me. Is this some new-fashioned manner of propositioning a lady? Well, I'm afraid you're wasting your time. This lady's already spoken for. Good day to you, sir. That one's not too bright. Hey, it's Orson. Oh, what a happy coincidence. Do you remember me, perchance? I'm Orson, of the Church of Saint Adama Ladama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. And I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on Drybone's less fortunate. A most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion Thancred, was it? Ah, 'tis new companions you seek, then. Your proposed organization sounds a powerful force for good, but my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. Would have been nice to have you around, Orson, since you're so level-headed and pretty much trustworthy compared to everyone else. Why is there one all the way over here? Oh, there was someone. Crud. I missed someone right at the friggin' entrance. Am I supposed to go up here? Nope. We go this way. Wilred. I remember him. Wait, you're the man who came to Little Alamigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if he hadn't? I'd probably be dead, and a whole lot more of my friends besides. We were such fools. Anyway, that disaster really got me to thinking about our homeland and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realized how easily I'd been manipulated and vowed to make of myself a more worldly man. So here I am. A new company of heroes, and you say it will take me to all corners of the realm. It sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I prepared myself to fight the evil I now know is out there. Poor misbegotten youth. Alright, I need to go back to Sapphire Avenue, because apparently I missed one of the quest markers sitting right there. Literally right here. You'd be surprised what rumors drift down to Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours and just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the street say your organization is funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. You think you're recruiting for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. Well, yeah, of course it's dirty money. It's the only way to make easy money. Other than being extremely lucky. So I gotta go back to the promenade, but first, let's go get our red gem. Go get our red duds, as it were. I'll put the gear on, but I'm not going to use it, so I'm basically going to replace it with the ironwork set. Ah, you came. As it so happens, the mother of those girls tracked me down and insisted I accept her reward. Once I mentioned you might be stopping by, she left a token of gratitude for you as well. It seems we've assisted in an affluent merchant family, a revelation which might explain the attempted kidnapping. Hefty ransom and all that. I'm told the girls were immediately assigned a capable bodyguard, however, so we can drink in peace knowing they are well protected. Something tells me something else is going to happen. Oh, I remember whence I know your name. I learned of you first from a young lass named Alice, whom I met upon the road. She expressed an admiration for your growing exploits, even as she persuaded me to teach her the basics of red magery. She proved a quick study in the arcane side of things, but fencing was something of a challenge. By the end of our lessons, however, she had learned to combine spellcraft with swordplay, when to cast from afar and when to lunge forward with a well-timed thrust. And what of you, my friend? Have you any interest in the art? I suspect you would make an exceptional red mage. You don't have to ask me twice. I am deadly serious. A man who would rush to the aid of a stranger's child without fear or hesitation is a man I would trust with the power of red magic. But even beyond that, I sense in you a kindred spirit. Be warned, however, that my style of teaching is a practical one. I will expect you to join me on my journey and assist me in aiding others. Accept those terms and I will bestow upon you the accoutrements of a red mage. Are you familiar with soul crystals? This particular stone is attuned to past wielders of red magics, and will fill your mind with a firm foundation of technique. You need only reach forth your hand. Gimme, gimme, goo! Are you prepared to walk the path of a red mage? One word and the soul crystal is yours. Duh. You will not regret this decision, my friend. Gods above, for a moment there I thought you might refuse me. You meant to refuse me. Yeah. A host of red mages committed their memories to this gem, and now it is yours. Absorb the knowledge it contains, and then we will discuss the finer points of red magic. But first, I should give you that reward. How deep the rabbit hole goes. Alright, so I need to make a spot here. I need to make a spot here. I need to make a spot here, I think. Nope, I needed to make a spot here. I gotta do a lot of emptying right fast. Probably should have done different items. Better. I need the pants, that's what I'm missing. Well, ain't I a dapper dandy? Let's change all that up later. And I've got barely any room to put some of this stuff back. Of course. All those spots. Alright, so I've unlocked Red Mage. Yay. Continue with the story. Basically, with your rotation for Red Mage, you're going to be alternating between casting your spells, and then closing the gap and meleeing, and then using another ability to put some distance and going right back to spellcasting. It's a rather interesting little mix. Some good for some burst DPS. And of course, like I said, you've got the utility of being able to slightly heal and also raise your teammates from the dead. Alright, chamber roll, that's ready to go. Ugh. How fared you, hero? What hidden gems did the streets of Ul'dah offer up to your unrelenting gaze? A single Alamegan youth. Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who would have arisen to the challenge nonetheless. And the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, hero. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the document signed and the finances secure. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next step. You are concerned by the Syndicate's involvement. As was I, thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers cannot sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumors and doubts surrounding this enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones and lay the first stone for a united Eorzea. Roger Dodger. Oh. Cutscene. Give me a chance to take a swig. That's how my company's airship looks. Basic.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, Their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the warrior of light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose.
It could be led astray.
Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'Dan law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing?
Ah, the problems of being royalty.
Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
It's a crying potato.
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
Alright, time to go to the Rising Stone, so it'll probably be faster to go that way. Boink. That's a pretty sweet guard you got going on there. Kinda look like Gandalf a little bit if you just change the colors up. That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat, but I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all of our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, hero. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free for other duties. 5 grand. Nice! Heretical harassment. Greetings, hero. Alphino tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tataru is cooperating with Alphino to see that all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slaffborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there is aught he requires? Yay, I'm the hero, the warrior of light, and I'm still errand boy. One title that I won't get rid of anytime soon. I still got quite a bit of a ways before I could even get into Heavensward proper. What can I do for you, hero? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new arm of the Scions. Ha! I barely noticed your recruits arrive. So it's barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. While I appreciate your offer of aid, 'tis more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Slackborn, the shipment, we couldn't... Oh, I remember this part. Godswoman, what befell? We were bringing the shipment to Revenant's Toll. Provisions are earmarked for the frontier effort. Just as we sought to cross over into Mordona, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. There were many, too many. We only escaped their lives by abandoning the supplies. Pray forgive us. They're not to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do? If heretics are involved, and this is like to be more than a case of simple thievery, Ishgard will need to be informed. Whence did the supplies originate? House Fortom. We were collecting the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see that they are apprised of this development. Hero. Were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Fortom? I will be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realize I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations with Ishgard are too far important to risk half measures. Sure. Thank you for your understanding. I'm certain Lord Harshafont will be glad of your assistance. I am ill-clothed to go back to Ishgard, but oh well. Duty calls. Time to go freeze me nips. And it is at this moment that I can instantly cut Diamond. Oh, I should probably be going this way. Follow the green. At this rate, looking at everything, I'm gonna be over halfway done with the level range of Heavensward before I even get in there proper. Heavensward's 50 to 60. Well, well, if it isn't my fine friend Hero. Would you care for a plate of roast caracal, some mulled wine? No, I see you have not come into my hall merely to escape the biting cold. I was in fact on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence. Not exactly. When the cold sets in. I would be picking one of these and I'll be turning them in. Gotta get me them seals!
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurthus soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name.
Iceheart's a nice bit of a clue on who it is.
What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
Hell yeah. That's me, Job.
Hallone's blessings be upon you. Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise.
I can
But
spank dragons,
truly,
too.
I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
I'll take that mulled wine and that roasted lamb that you offered earlier. Pardon my behemoth. Hero, is there aught you would ask of me? Pray speak plainly. I am a man of action and need no honeyed words. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say, by the Fury, but you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. You must confess, then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly, without warning, and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what manner of influence this Iceheart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Mayhaps you would care to question one of their recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a traitor was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Freefall. Not as bad as one of the other places. Oh, that's cards. Upstairs, then. Yep. Tell you what happened? Why, yes, of course. I'm quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly Blackhearts. I was traveling my usual route to White Room Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground, and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals. They were taking everything. It was then that one of them noticed my bleary gaze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they are hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived at all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Whoop. That's a wall. Oh, I'm supposed to run over there now. Come on. Come on. Over here. Why don't you take a stun? God, draw your weapons, Felt. Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You are come-seeking heretics. And we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced to cross one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished like icy wraiths. It means that they found caves. Some type of passageway. It's not as much of an end or a dead end as you thought. Still cutting diamonds. A glimpse of a woman atop the cliff. Could it be that Iceheart herself come to sneer at our folly? And to where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall, some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. It would be best were we to return to White Room Front and lay our suspicions before Lord Drollamont. As you can see, there's a blue symbol over here for Snowcloak, so eventually I'll be running through that dungeon. More than likely won't be tonight. It would give me a decent amount of tomestones, though. But I need a boatload of them because I need to get the whole caster set on top of it for the red mage. Darn. Hero, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spared no detail in their report. The men you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest. That they should be bested so handily, I fear I have woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. It would be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may very well be the lair of our enemy. Be the very lair of our enemy. There we go. Pray return the Dragonhead and inform Lord Harshbon of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. He has an unlock for hard mode Stone Vigil, so that's what his quest marker's for. We'll leave that for another time. Honey, I'm home.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody.
That's a very bad shot.
But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
Not much.
Indeed. And this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma.
Or primal authority.
As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Thank you kindly. Time to go back to old Slav. I could still go higher. No, I can't go any higher. That's North Shroud, so... Woo! Turn that way a little bit. Any day now. Come on, load up more donuts so I can get in there. Thank you. Hero, it is good to see you return to the toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Kurthus? I was fortunate to send us a second shipment, enlisted thanks to Lord Hoshaphat for his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract ever greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphinaud's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. Brave new companions. That's 7,000 gil that I see? Nice. While you were away in Kurthus, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although Totoro does yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stone to see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? See how far of this I can help out with before it's time to end this part. These parchments need to be sorted in these documents. Why are they even here? Oh, I'm sorely tempted to file the lot in my wastepaper basket. Ah, here, you startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid. Be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits. They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to Alphinaud if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. Is that a jab at the Scions? Not very well funded, so that's why they're ragamuffin. Although I would absolutely hate having these uniforms because they're ugly. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself is an investment in the future, thus did I sign my name to the cause. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there shall be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. I already don't like you. I think this person's up in the air. Yup. Laurentius. Thought it best to mimic my fellows here, but I admit I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. Ah, our new uniforms. I am reminded of my induction into the Wood Whalers. Isildur is at last retired from the adventurer's life. Though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit, I am excited to forge my own path forwards. Ah yes, the uniform. Thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. Hello there, lad. Looking for me, was ya? I suggest giving a whistle, but I'm not sure as I'd hear it amongst all the bustle. Oh, proper uniforms and all. This thing'll cut off the blood to me head. Not to worry, though. I'm sure she'll be fine after making a few adjustments. Little Alamigo could learn much from Revenant's Toll, that this town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. I've never worn aught quite so voluminous. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. Hero, God, I did not expect to meet you strolling about town. The tales of your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll. It is an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride. The scarlet garb marks me as a proud member of the Maelstrom and a hardy defender of Limsa Lominda. Yet in truth I stand for the betterment of the realm, and thought this new company a fine opportunity to contribute on a grander scale. Oh, now that's a striking shade of blue. Put alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly not lack for color. I don't believe we've met. I am Ilbert, and I will have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. Uniforms are a shrewd decision. There is no easier method of creating a common bond among what is essentially a band of strangers. Oh, done with that task. On to the next one. I'll go ahead and close this quest out, and then I'm going to call it after I pick the next one up. Yes, Hero? Tataru mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've now met the rest of the recruits. Some few answered the call to arms I put forth to the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much a small core of elite warriors can achieve. And I mentioned I had thought of a name for the company. It is my hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near, Hero. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement. Cutscene! Voiced cutscene, I hope?
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
Give him the fist. Yes, that's the salute for the Crystal Braves, by the way. Only so many directions an arm can go.
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
Give me that gill.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party.
You evidently have had a lot of loss of someone unconscious, potentially in a coma due to heavy trauma, is a happy day. I mean, it usually is better than death, but it's very slim better.
It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder, have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
No.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelin silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
Another cutscene. Which one's this one? Purpose. Rochefort. Very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that the shipment is spared the fate of the last. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. Ah, Ishgard. Oh yeah. I'm remembering bits and bobs. Eorzea defended. Traitor in the midst. Oh, here we go. Just started and already got issues. Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding. But it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. Until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Ascians, Urianger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the Dark Beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front, among others. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphinaud did well to found the organization, but entrusting its smooth operation is another matter entirely. But ensuring. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault, and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Convenient. Alphinaud has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. Fine. Let's see if I can actually get to a portion where I can go back to one of the city-states. Preferably Ul'dah, so that way I wouldn't have to waste any tickets. What is it, hero? And do be concise, I am rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I have little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labor. Though we are but newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions, but I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilbert. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, hero. Ugh, come on, give me a cutoff point.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence.
In an open area.
Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies.
Yeah, while your voice is echoing throughout the entire area.
Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause.
Poison ivy?
These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe,
he will be aware that an investigation is underway. And if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purpose by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-man army like you.
Alright, good. This is my cutoff point, because it's sending me to Ul'dah. But I'm going back to Verdania. Alright, everyone. I'm overtime. And I'm getting exhausted. Now we're gonna go ahead and get towards the end of this. I'm gonna go ahead and check my retainers, see if anything else is sold, and then we're gonna go ahead and head to bed. Byron hasn't sold anything. Oops. Jay got some money. How about Dorian? Nope. Alright. Oops. Got a nice little bit of gil now. Alright, let's go ahead and say nighty to this company. And saying good night to you all. Thank you all for watching in the future, and at the same time, those of you all in the future, if you'd like to go ahead and give me a thumbs up and hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber, keep with the content. Comment down below, tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. No spoilers, please, and we will see you in the next video. Catch you then. Later. Night, little bro. Thanks for keeping me company. Even though you probably fell asleep. Later.